So we want to definitely get rid of these fractions if it's at all possible to make our lives easier. Anytime you have an equation with a fraction in it, one thing you got to put in your tool belt is that you can multiply the whole equation by whatever you want. We see we have 1/2, we have 3/4. We need to pick a number that we can multiply to each number so that it would cancel out all the fractions. The simplification technique when you're multiplying two fractions is that when you have two things diagonal from each other that can be divided by a number in common, like in less words, this can be divided by 2, that can be divided by 2, so let's do it. Let's simplify that. Same thing with here. If we put a 1 under here, this can be divided by 4, that diagonal can be divided by 4, let's do that, make the fraction smaller. If you don't know that trick, it doesn't matter. Make it a fraction, just like you usually do. Any number divided by 1 is still the same number. 5 divided by 1 is 5, 4 divided by 1 is 4. Still make it a fraction by dividing it by 1. And let's just multiply straight across the tops. Numerator times numerator. We've got 4 on top. Denominator times denominator. 2 down bottom. Numerator times numerator. Denominator times denominator. And look what happens. We get 4 divided by 2. That's a perfectly whole 2. And we got 12 divided by 4. That's a perfectly whole 3. So we saw why multiplying by 4 would be good is because it's going to eliminate all these fractions. But one thing to be very careful about is when you're multiplying by 4 and using the distributive property, you only multiply it once per term. This is a term, this is a term, and this is a term. We're not multiplying 4 times anything inside the parentheses because this is all just one term. When we distribute the 4 to the -2, that's going to take care of this entire term. We don't do anything to the parentheses. This is what we have when we distribute. Multiply, we get 4 over 2, and we had the 4 times the -2 made -8, and 4 times the 3/4 makes 12 over 4. And then to continue solving, we can use the distributive property here. And like always, we're looking for the sign that's in front of the number we're distributing, so we're multiplying -8 to both of these terms. Okay, so this is the result after distribution. And now combine like terms, add 2, subtract. That's it. Our answer is x equals -9/8. And if you'd like to double check, you can plug it in, then you got a lot of fraction arithmetic to do.